Welcome to, I almost said a Sunny Disposition podcast. Let's start. Welcome to another episode on this beautiful channel. My name is Sunny, Transformational Coach, Manifestation Mentor, Spiritual Teacher, Psychic, ADHDer, so many things. You'll learn more about it on this channel as we go. I wanted to share a very special video with you. I surprised my Emerging You students with a special day, a surprise day. I basically messaged everyone in our group chat saying I'm going to be going live tomorrow in our private Zoom link. Be there and you won't want to miss it. You won't want to miss it. If you want to learn how to replace a belief in an instant, stick around for this video. This is already recording. Perfect. Awesome. Hi. We're going to get started by lighting a candle. I'm so excited to get into today's surprise class. I am going to teach you how to release and obtain a new belief in an instant. Okay, this is a foolproof way of how to change a belief, how to change one of your beliefs. The stories that we are telling ourselves aren't always true. And our mind and ego has a big story to tell us. It is speaking to us all the time. It is literally, our brain is literally wired to keep us safe. And so it protects us from taking risks and from living our happiest, most fulfilled lives. Because we have a story to back up our truth, to create our narrative. And so we attract anything and everything to prove that narrative until we learn the lessons. But what if I told you you didn't have to spend years and years and years learning our lessons like I did? So we're going to get into that today. You're going to release a belief, the story that you have been telling yourself, and write a new one. And how you're going to do that, if this helps, we are going to create a whiteboard. A lot of my students, I work with a lot of ADHD folks. I have ADHD, so the ADHD, ABCD, LGBTQ, all of it. So we are going to open a whiteboard. Hey, I don't mean to pop in like this. I just realized you might not know some of the terminology that we use, and I'm here to explain it to you. This is non-scripted, as you can tell. So Emerging You, anytime you hear Emerging You on this channel, Emerging You is our transformational and manifestation coaching and mentorship program, offering you let's try that again. Offering you transformational results. Explore Your Magic is exactly as it sounds. It is our second offering, offering you an opportunity to explore your magic. So this is a place where you can talk to your angels, talk to dragons, learn how to connect with fairies, explore your psychic gifts, and get in touch with your weird and wild side. Now let's get back to the video. So let's say one of the beliefs that you are currently working with, there are a lot of things happening in the world right now. There are tons and tons of people worried about money. So let's take that and turn it into a limiting belief for this class that we're going to work with. So we're going to call it a false belief or limiting belief. Just on this new Mac, so I haven't played around with the whiteboard on this yet. If you haven't followed my story or my channel before, I am Abundant Bitch on Instagram. Abundant Bitch, that's how you say it. So that's where you can follow me on Insta. And then we have a website, reiki.com or .ca. You can book a free call with an aligned coach and mentor on our website. Awesome. Or the link in bio through our Instagram account. So let's say this is your false belief. I actually want to make this smaller so that it's easy to see what belief we're working with, and this bigger. So if this is your false belief that you are working with, first what you're going to do is you're going to write all of the false rewards, all of the false dopamine hits that your brain is receiving by having this belief. So for example, if this is the belief that we are working with today, one of your false rewards might be, so let's write this down so that you are on the same page. So what are the false rewards of this belief? And I like to think of this, and I don't know why my brain goes to this, but I think of this as like that 5-star review. That 5-star review. And this is the hit that your brain is receiving off of this false belief. Okay? So I'm sad that this doesn't have emojis. So yeah, this definitely reminds me of the 5-star reviews that are all piling in to help you recognize and allow you to recognize that the familiar is safe, that it's letting you stay there. Those dopamine hits, those 5-star reviews on this false belief are letting you stay there. Okay, so what are the false rewards of this belief? I wrote some down so we can get going on this, so I didn't have to think of anything new. So a false belief, a false reward for this belief could be, it allows me to be consistent. Because consistency feels safe. And if you are consistently worried about money, that is a dopamine hit. What else? It is safe because my ancestors did it. So can I. Ooh. Ooh. Right? Who has parents that have worried about money? You watched your parents worry about money. Maybe you got this from another environment that was around you that you were in a lot of the time. So it might not be your parents, but it might be, you know, your uncle, your cousins, your church if you go to church. It could be communities that you're surrounded in, right? They teach you energetically to be worried about it. And then, of course, if our ancestors play a key role in that. So if your grandparents taught your parents that worrying about money somehow brought more, or they just instinctively learned, because as kids, as babies, we pay attention to the environment around us. We are taking everything in, every sound, every vibration, every kind of energy. And even if we don't understand in that moment, maybe we're too young, the conversation that is occurring in the room, we feel the energy. When we're babies, we speak more through nonverbal communication. We pick up on cues. And so we learn from the environments that we have been in to worry about money, or to believe that we're unworthy or undeserving, to believe that we are not good enough or too much. A lot of the clients I work with, especially on a one-on-one basis, have the core beliefs of either I am not good enough or I am too much, or both. So, what other false rewards does this limiting belief have and hold? When I'm worried about money, it makes me have ideas for more money. The weird concept of, it's kind of like if you are working and you're putting yourself under pressure, you have now created the story that you work well under pressure, that you work better under pressure, and you can get more done under pressure. So when you worry about money, somehow it makes you have ideas for more money. Is that true though? I don't know about you, but anytime I have ever been worried about money, I had put myself back a few months from earning and attracting and living in more abundance. My mentor famously said that prosperity is money that's already been spent. It has already been experienced, or as I like to say, expressed. Right? You are expressing your cash flow. You are expressing your money, your energy. That's all money is. It's just energy. And so when we worry about it, it stops us from having the ideas of growth, and puts us in a place where we're having the ideas, like selling something on Facebook Marketplace that you desperately don't need anymore, need to sell for the cash, right? Who's been there? Who's all been there? I've been there. Okay, so what are some other false rewards that this limiting belief can have? That it offers some consistency, right? I'm like, is that how you spell consistency? There we go. That this belief somehow offers you some consistency, some stability that your brain believes is safe just because it's familiar. Peace. Huh. Weird. So the act of worrying doesn't actually give you peace. It takes peace away. But somehow, in the middle or in the midst of that dopamine hit, we feel the peace of being worried about money, because it is a consistency that we have had our entire lives. So peace can be a false reward to this limiting belief. Love. That somehow we get to talk about how we're struggling, that we're worried about money, that we don't have enough, and we feel the support and attention of our friends and family members. Reassurance. Looking for external validation. Looking for answers outside of ourselves. Needing reassurance. Talking about how we're worried about money in order for somebody to reassure us that everything's going to work out. It's going to be okay. So if you needed that, take this message. Everything's going to work out and everything's going to be okay. But I don't want you to be fueled by the confidence of me telling you that. That's why I became a coach, to see people rise in their leadership of their lives and themselves and their businesses. Do not let outside reassurance or outside validation be the reason you feel okay. Although sometimes we need it, right? Who else is there? There's a human part of us, right? We are not perfect. So what else? Validated. Validated, right? The false reward of I feel validated by this belief. Because it has been a story of yours for such a long time. You guys are hearing paper crumpling. I literally have my notes on my keyboard and I want to be able to see where I'm writing. So it's kind of funny. So I'll put it on the side. I've got a candle going. So, paper, flame, safety, feeling validated, right? I feel validated by this belief because it has been a pattern for so long. And if you're in the Emerging You community, you've already learned that your mindset is your unique set of beliefs, patterns, and habits. Also, if you took Manifest with ADHD, or if you're in the subscription, which we are launching soon, so you might not be there yet. But if you took the class or you're interested in taking the class, it's on the Emerging Reiki website. The subscription is going to offer a little bit more. But we learned, and you learned, that your mindset is a unique set of your beliefs, belief systems, patterns, habits, behaviors that you have created or that you have learned from the people around you, the environment around you. Your traumas play a role into it, and ancestry plays a role into it. So your mindset and this pattern of feeling validated by this belief, that's all that it is. Every single pattern, every single habit can be changed. And that is how you change a belief in an instant. So let's continue. Right? If you're worried about money, what are you going to be motivated to do? You might be motivated to get another job that pays more, right? Or if you're an entrepreneur, it might be a weird and false validation to get a job, period. So now how we actually rewire these thoughts and patterns that we're experiencing is simply to write something positive for each one. Honestly, this process alone is going to help you heal so much. And the false belief or limiting belief does not have to be about money. It can be your fear of getting in trouble. It could be fear of authority. It could be fear of being seen. It could be worry about being visible to the public. It could be that you're an introvert. It could literally be anything. It could be anything, right? I also want to say that being an introvert is not a bad thing. And it might be a belief, but it might also not be a belief. And the beautiful part about this process is you get to choose the beliefs that you employ. So moving forward from this process, you can choose which beliefs stay and which beliefs go. I don't know about you, but I'm a happy introvert extrovert. I love staying at home, but I'm also an extrovert around the people I love most. So it's okay to choose your beliefs. This is your life. All right, let's quickly create hypothetical affirmations, something positive to say about each one of these. So it allows me to be consistent, right? The worry about money, the false reward. So I am deserving. What do you want to believe, right? So that's a question you can ask yourself for this to be easier. So I am deserving of all abundance, financial, love, health, relationships. Spell that right. Oh, it does do spell check. Okay. Relationships, peace, and happiness. I'll make this longer so it's in line with the other one. Right? So these are going to be your positive beliefs. Let's even change the color here. I think I like the purple better. Hey, it's me again, popping in, interrupting your class and video. I want to let you know that Zoom did not record this properly. And so what's going to happen is I've inserted a screenshot from the whiteboard that we did in class today. And you're going to hear a lot of like typing, noise, clicking stuff happening in the audio while fully viewing the board. So bear with me, have patience. Thank you so much for this understanding. And I hope you have more patience than I have had with Zoom today. No, in all seriousness, no. I have been very patient today. And this video is now taking 2 hours to complete. So, but noted for next time. Right. It is safe because my ancestors did it. Your ancestors are wrong. I'm sorry, but sometimes your ancestors have wisdom and sometimes they have bullshit. Story for another day. That's also a class for another day. So it is safe for me to acquire, hold, and experience luxury, wealth, and riches. It is safe for me to experience and learn financial literacy. Let's see if this might not fit on all on one line. Let's see. Okay, what's the next one? An error here. There we go. So the next one. Okay, we might not be able to make this like one line, so you guys get it. You get it. Also, consistency, right? There is positivity in consistency. So I am safe to attract wealth consistently through multiple sources of income in expected and unexpected ways. Peace. It brings me peace knowing I have a bank account full of money. Love. Did you guys know that money is on the same vibration as love and trust? That is wild. That's amazing. Love. There we go. Reassurance. I feel internally validated and reassured. I trust the process and I allow myself to surrender to faith and flow. Validated. Okay. Okay, replacing the false rewards that come from the belief of getting another job that pays more. I am worthy of receiving financial abundance, flow, and stability. I create my own stability. I create my own wealth. I am responsible for my wealth and time freedom. I am more than just a job. I can be Anything I can anything easily. Opportunities come my way. Finally guided, orchestrated, celebrated. I choose from below. All right, guys, there you have it. That is how you replace a belief in an instant. And you don't have to recite all of these in your head every single day. Pick one that feels like it's the calling for you, the one that erases all of those limiting beliefs from your mind, from your belief platter. If you had to choose one of your rewards, false rewards, out of your false or limiting belief that you believe is the strongest, pick the affirmation that reflects that and say that, repeat it, record it, listen to it, live by it, live it and breathe it. If you are going out and creating new beliefs, I'll rephrase this in a way that might make sense. If you are wanting to manifest a new house, apartment, garden, car, travel, whatever you're manifesting, and if you keep repeating the positive affirmation in your head, internally, but everything in you feels like knots and ties, and that you don't actually believe what you are talking about, aka the affirmation, you have to up the conviction. You have to up your confidence. You have to up the levels of strength and trust and resilience within you in order to believe it. If you do not believe internally the outcome that you desire, you will not attract it. Your energy speaks volumes. Water has some of the most incredible energy and frequency. It feels and hears so much. So if your body is comprised of 80 to 90% water, and if 10% of you doesn't quite believe it, but the rest does, what do you think the positive outcome is? Let's flip that. If 90% of you doesn't believe it and 10% does, what do you think the outcome is? All right, my friends. Come back to this channel, follow me on Instagram, visit the website. We are going to be accepting new clients into the program this month in May. There are 10 spots left for the rest of the year. If you want to sign up, you want to learn more, check out all the details down below. If you're not sure and you want to know what the heck a coach even does, download or purchase one of our smaller courses or get into a subscription, learn more about what's there for you, or book a free call with an aligned coach. You have nothing to lose. Sometimes it's just the ADHD and I don't know what to say.
If you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below. Hit the little notification bell so that you receive notifications every time we post valuable content for you. And of course, if you want to stalk us online, check out the next screen.